There hasn't really been much of an impulse here to make videos lately, to be honest. I'm not really sure why. Just hasn't been arising with the same frequency. And I think too, it seems that something's really been working to clarify. I guess kind of like the thing, the only thing in all of this. It's like in this process perhaps it begins with a moment of the truth revealing itself, and then it seems it slowly engulfs everything. It engulfs you, at least what you thought you were, to reveal the truth of what you are. It's like a beam of light. A single beam of light gets refracted, maybe through a diamond, and split into, the spectrum, the color spectrum. And we come to believe that that's what we are, that maybe I am yellow, or I am green, or I am indigo. And we attach to those beliefs, thinking that that's what we are, or even arguing them. That reality is red. No, reality is green. But we ignore the source, the unchanging source from which they all emanate. That's kind of what this has felt like. Coming into alignment with the presence, with the beingness, with that silent, still point. The unchanging, timeless presence, the truth, the static truth. And it's the relative life coming into alignment with that. Because that presence allows all things. If it didn't allow all things, life wouldn't be happening. Your life as it is wouldn't be happening. It allows the sense of separation. It allows what we deem good and bad and preferred and unpreferred, comfortable, uncomfortable, pleasurable, painful. It allows all of it. That's what you are in truth, is the allowing presence. And slowly, there's a disidentification with the change, with the changing, with the movement, with the transitory. And slowly there's a drawing back of identity away from that and into the presence, the still point, the silence, the emptiness. But it's not identifying with that over the changing, because that presence allows all the movement. And it would be a bypass to hold that movement at arm's length, to hold emotion at arm's length, or experience at arm's length, and saying that that's not true. Rather, what's required oftentimes is to bring those things closer. Not to indulge them, but to bring them closer. To bring the uncomfortable emotions closer. To bring the thoughts closer. So this bit has been really clarifying here. And there's been these really subtle points of grasping that have been seen through. One being doubt. You know, it's funny to realize how pervasive doubt was. You know, this idea, this belief of almost being there, being so close, being just on the edge. But that too is just a belief, it's just a thought. Because that presence, that what I am, how could I almost be what I already am? So that was seen through recently, and that was pretty interesting. Because it's been here for so long. The doubt, self-doubt, you know. And it has its origins in like society. Society kind of creating a habituation of questioning ourselves, doubting ourselves, doubting what's arising. And then also origins in, you know, family structure, being in a family environment where there's a lot of criticality and correcting. So it's just self-doubt from all sides, from all angles. And so that was just so embedded and so ingrained that I didn't even see it until just recently. And then it was, oh, sneaky. But it's interesting that in a way, that doubting mind, those thoughts that doubt, were part of the impulse toward truth, you know, which is cool. It's like the things are, at some point, are a vehicle. Like they're a vehicle toward truth, and then you get out of the vehicle and you leave the vehicle behind. So the self-doubt was a vehicle. And then it was just recently seen through. Oh, it's not needed anymore. It's not needed. So there's still some, I guess, pieces of this that are clarifying. I don't really know how to describe that. But it's really simple. Like, the truth is so simple, you know? Like, you're already that silent, still presence that allows everything to arise. It allows everything in your life to arise. The resistance to life. It allows the separation, the sense of separation, the identification, the resistance, the push, the pull. It allows the ego function and the self function. It allows all of it. That's what you are. And so really waking up is just kind of remembering that. Not just realizing it like in a moment, but actually the lived expression coming into alignment with that and allowing all things to be as they are. And that doesn't mean, you know, just laying back and becoming a wet noodle, so to speak. Because there's like natural, spontaneous, there's natural impulses that arise. And this is where language starts to break down, because even the resistance of what is spontaneous and is allowed. You know, it's already allowed. It's allowed by that presence. It's allowed by what you are. This is where language breaks down. But it's a coming into alignment with that. In all the ways, you know, in all the ways. It's becoming a lived expression of that presence. This stuff is interesting to talk about. You know, I've always loved words. They've just been such a deep love of mine for as long as I can remember, you know, via writing and now speaking. And because there's a way, it's almost like a photograph. They can capture something or awaken something, point to something. They can never be it. Especially when it comes to this stuff, the words will never be it. And, you know, what I say in one sentence may in the very next breath seem to be contradicted or negated. That's the paradox of it. My eye is almost back to normal. It still looks a little gnarly. I got a poke in the eye with a stick, which is funny. It made me think of the Bible verse around, like, until you remove the log from your eye, you can't help anybody remove the speck from theirs. I just had to laugh, like, a log in the eye. It's funny. Just thought that was apt. You are the silent presence that allows all things. And the mind can never grasp that. It's not a concept that can be grasped. And even the grasping, the movement towards it or away from it, the trying to find it, is the changing, is the movement. That's not the presence. The presence is always there under the surface. There's a train coming, so I think that's my cue to end the video.